Hello Capricorn, this is your February 1st to February 15th, 2017 read. For the main read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot. That's the back of those. And for the support cards, I'm using the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. There's the back of those. There's the moon. Is that the moon in there? Sometimes I think that's the moon, sometimes I think it's the sun. I think it's the sun today, though. I don't know why it changes. I think because around it, it's kind of dark, so sometimes I just think it's the moon. Little fun tidbit. I don't know why I bothered saying that, but I did. Okay, supportive player we got going on here. Interesting. How are we gonna do this? Where is this gonna go? Okay. Let's flip out. Do we want to do the bottom cards or the top cards? I want to do the top cards. Now this is an interesting little trio. Okay, overall energy is the Page of Pentacles. Okay, a little interesting trio as you come in here. Page of Pentacles is your overall read. I feel like this is more of a supportive player. I feel like this is dedication to the situation. I don't really have any Cups cards. I know this is, Valentine's Day and all that other stuff coming up here, but I'm really feeling like if this does connect on a romantic level, it's basically a supportive player. It's following along, going along with plans already made, enjoying life, but keeping busy, keeping things going. I feel like you're constantly busy, but it's things that aren't really too overtaxing for you. Just day-to-day things. It feels like that's kind of what it feels like to me. And that's the overall energy for this whole time frame. Interestingly enough, as we go in the mental state, as we go into this time frame, at least halfway through, maybe just the first week, you got these three cards, this little trio that wanted to come out together: Passion, Psychic Protection, and Courage. I'm kind of feeling like Valentine's Day with that, especially with the red going on here. Like heading towards it. That's interesting, because I don't really feel like there's not really a romantic feel, but I'm kind of getting the word Valentine here with this part, so that's interesting. I almost feel like you may not be as into it as you kind of are going along with. And I'm also getting, like, for a lot of you, if it's a situation that has nothing to do with Valentine's Day, I think it's reminiscent of the same energy. It's like something that needs to happen, something that other people think you should be excited about, and you're just like, I'm not really, but I'll go along with it. And I feel like you're just kind of going along with the situation, and you're just kind of doing what you need to do. That's pretty much what's coming through with those. That's interesting. Okay. So, in your line here, I got the Hermit and I got the Seven of Pentacles, which is kind of waiting for something to come to fruition that hasn't yet. Oddly enough, I read this card differently all the time. But that's the traditional meaning of that. And I kind of feel like that fits in this situation, because you're kind of coming in this way. These cards kind of go this way. Like, this happens first, then that. So I feel like you're just kind of keeping an eye out, waiting for things to happen. Things don't seem to be happening as fast as you think they should. And you're just kind of acting like you're happier with the situation than you are, because it seems like things are dragging on longer than they should. And they're taking longer to come to fruition than you'd like. Again, I kind of feel like the supportive player here, because I don't feel like you're changing things or going in there and trying to change things. I feel like you're kind of going along with things and just kind of keeping afloat, day-to-day things, no big deal. I feel like around you, people have a good outlook. Sorry, my dog was doing something weird. You alright, bud? Farrell? Hey, Farrell. You alright? Okay. He's good. I don't know. I think he was sleeping and was just having a dream. That's fine. That's fine, buddy. Sorry. You were doing something weird. You made me worried. Around you, things are going the way they should. People have a good outlook. I feel like there's a healthy outlook. Like, I feel like they're just having a positive outlook, trying to see the best of the situation, just kind of going along. I feel like they maybe even have a really good way of handling things. I just feel like you're kind of looking at it like it's taking longer than it should. But it's fine, and it's kind of going at the rate it should. It is going at the rate it should, but I feel like you feel it should go faster. I also I see this as we come into the next section here. And I feel like this is kind of saying you don't feel like you have the ability to change what's happening to make it go any faster. You just kind of have to wait it out. And I kind of feel like in this case, you're feeling like you have to wait it out. There's really nothing you can do. A lot of times people read this card and they're just like, you can remove the situation, you can remove yourself from it or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't feel like that's the situation with this card. I feel like the situation you feel is just like not in your control to make it go any faster. There's other factors, other people involved, and you just kind of have to wait for it to sort itself out. And I kind of feel like that's the truth, in the sense of like there's other things going on around this. I feel like other people around you are kind of patient with it, and they're okay with it, maybe even saw it coming this way, or just have no problem with it taking the time it is. I do feel like there's pieces you'd like to handle. Excuse me, I do this yawning thing all the time lately. There's things that you'd like to handle, but you have to wait for somebody else to do their part first. Okay. Now for the above this card with the Queen of Swords, I'm trying to see how this is going for you, because I'm not really thinking there's a lot of communication. I think it's more mental. That was kind of how it was with Virgo, the reading I just did for them. This feels like more mental activity. And it's also saying, like, when there's healing above this in your court, I feel like a little bit more rest would do you good. I am getting, like, the scorned, aggravated feel on this one. Like, I don't really feel like a lot of you are communicating it. Some of you may, but there's a little bit of like annoyance with the situation, and I think like not having that control is aggravating you. And I think the advice here is to like give yourself a little extra rest, step away from the situation, try to occupy yourself with other situations. I'm looking at this thing and I'm thinking the word yawn, and then whenever somebody says yawn, you yawn. I guess whatever that works, however that works. Taking a break, kind of. This feels like that candle like makes me feel like just bow out. You want to bow out. I almost feel like that's almost what this card is saying. Like you want to bow out. I'm not sure if that's the advice or if that's what you kind of want to do, because this is in your mental arena. Because I feel like this starts to aggravate you. The closer we get to the 15th, you kind of want to bow out. Now, below this, things aren't what they seem. Right below, excuse me, now I'm going to burp. Great, excuse me. I don't know why I'm yawning and burping and everything so far. I wonder if this is like telling me that some of you are going to have some like flu symptoms or something going on at this point, and you need some rest, and you need to take a break. I almost feel like that might be one of the reasons why you're kind of feeling like you're stuck, because you're under the weather and you need to take some time off to recuperate. I hope that's not the case. If that is the case, and you feel like that might be you, that you might get sick, I think there's a lot of things in the market with like, emergency, airborne, things like that. Maybe you want to, bone up on the orange juice or something. Hopefully, eat things that are more healthy for you if you don't already. Maybe that'll make it a lot smoother for you. Who knows? Maybe you can skip by it altogether. I'm an airborne fan personally. I do believe that it helps. So that's up to you. I'm just throwing that out there because I'm getting like all this indigestion stuff and the yawning and stuff, and I'm like, why am I like having all these gross moments here? And I'm looking at this card, the healing, and I'm thinking maybe that's gonna you're gonna get kind of like overwhelmed, and it is that time of year for us in the northern hemisphere where there's a lot of, it's not colder and where I am right now, the weather's going up and down, and it's just causing a lot of craziness. So maybe that's what you need to watch out for. Getting a little under the weather, maybe getting some extra sleep before this situation starts, and getting yourself in that ritual, having some vitamin C, however that works for you, eating healthy, you know what I mean? That might make it, at the very least, a lot easier on you, because I feel like that's going to happen for a bunch of you. I hope it doesn't, but hopefully you can skip past that. I'm just saying, keep an eye out for it. Especially when I feel like the moon, like this is in the environment. I feel like this is like your perception of people around you. When you have to take this moment out, another yawn, because I'm thinking the word yawn. When you're taking that moment out, I feel like you think that people are like a little annoyed with you for not doing your part, and I don't feel like that's the situation. I also feel like things around you aren't what they seem. Others around you looking for you for direction. I feel like if some of you might be in a position where even when you're not at work, people might call you or email you and try to get some information or need some information from you because you know what's going on better than most. And you might not be able to get back to them as fast as possible because you're sleeping. Another yawn, because I'm gonna yawn this whole read. I'm so sorry. The last read I was completely fine. I don't know why I'm doing it, other than I feel like you really need to get some extra rest. Maybe that's it. I'm gonna turn that card over if it keeps up. I'm telling you. Especially with the moon and the healing with that lady sleeping. Like, really, can you help but yawn? I just feel like also people are looking to you for direction. I do. I feel like even when you clearly need some time to yourself, people are still coming to you and you can't. Another yawn. Woo! Alright, now as we go forward, this is a little detached, the end of it here, moving out of this time frame. You have the the Empress in the environment, which means people very much love you and they believe in you. Whatever you need to do, you need to do. And they're like, I feel like the support is there for whatever decision you make. The reason I'm saying that is for some reason, like I put this card down and it kind of turned to its side. I guess my cards are a little, like I've had them for a while, so sometimes they turn on their own. This was like directly on its side. It's kind of like you're coming in this way, which makes me feel like even when I feel like you're kind of laid up for a little while, or you're not able to get in the situation. I feel like you're still involved and you're trying to help, but you can't be as involved in this situation as you want to be. Hopefully it's not because you're under the weather, but if it is, I'm feeling like that's the reason. For others of you, I feel like you're not getting the support you need in the sense of like other pieces haven't fallen completely into place, so you can't do everything you want to, but you're trying to do the best you can and get as much done as possible, but you can only get like half of it done, and it feels very half-assed. It feels that way. I'm not saying it is that way, but it feels that way. Now we got one card left here that I haven't read yet. Right above this card, this little sideways motion, is this card. I put it face down, so I don't know what it is, and I purposely got it behind my chin so I can't look at it yet. I feel like this card is going to be your mental state, but you're not going to see it coming until you're actually in this portion of it, which is the Ace of Rods. Alright, so I feel like you have better ideas for what needs to happen. This is interesting, because I feel like in your mind things are working out better than you expected. The support around you, like, I don't feel like there's pressure on you, but you're feeling like things are going to go a little better because other people are involved. For some of you, I feel like you're stepping out of the situation and you're stepping out of the project, whatever it may be. You're taking a rest, or you're taking yourself right out of the situation and you've got the support to do it, and you don't feel like it looks bad on you at all, and I don't feel like it does either. I feel like the people around you are supporting you stepping out of this situation because you want to, and I feel like for a lot of you, that's what this is saying. You're a lot happier moving on from it. Whatever the situation is, you want to step out of it, and you got the support around you to do so. For others of you, I feel like you're kind of changing your focus or changing how you want to handle the situation, and that's why you're having this feeling, because things have changed. I feel like things have changed. Once this rest comes through, there's like a resting period with the healing and the Queen of Swords and the Moon. When that all happens, an opportunity presents itself to change how things are going, and you start moving things in that direction. I feel like it's not like an abrupt like about face, especially with this card on its side. I feel like you're moving out of the current situation or the way things are currently done, and you're moving into the new direction you want to slowly, but it's comfortable for you. And that's why the Ace of Swords is also in your court, because it's a new start for this situation, or a whole new situation, the way you want it to start. Cool. I just say cool because it feels good. I really feel like, especially for Capricorn, it's working out the way you want it to. So if you want things to die down slowly in one arena and start up in a different way in the same arena, it's going to go the way you want it to. And you have the support around you to do that. Okay. Alright, I think I've gone on for a while on this one. And I think that's what it is. Alright, we're good. Alright, so I'm going to end this reading here. If you want a reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. James4astral@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.